Did you know there's a deadly disease lurking in tropical regions, silently spreading from animals to humans, and most people have never even heard of it? Hey there, tech enthusiasts! Welcome to Not So Techy, where we break down complex science and tech into bite-sized, easy-to-digest pieces. And let's dig into the mystery of leptospirosis and why this hidden threat demands our attention now more than ever. So, what exactly is leptospirosis? In simple terms, it's a disease that spreads from animals to humans. We call that a zoonotic disease. Pretty fancy, but it just means a disease that jumps from animals to us. It's caused by bacteria from the genus Leptospira. The term zoonotic comes from Greek, zoon meaning animal and nosos meaning disease. Pretty straightforward, right? Now, let's talk about how big of a deal this actually is. Leptospirosis is a lot more common in tropical regions, where the warm, wet conditions are like a paradise for this bacteria. Millions of people are affected every year, so this isn't just a small, local issue, it's a global concern that deserves our attention. By the way, did you know that diseases like leptospirosis can jump from animals to humans? Type yes or no in the comments. I'm curious how many of you already knew this because I didn't. Now, let's talk about the risk here in the United States. You might think, oh, that's just a tropical problem, but hold on, it's a real risk in certain parts of the US too. Leptospirosis is more likely to spread in places with heavy rainfall, flooding, and in rural or agricultural areas where people and animals come into contact with contaminated water sources. For example, states like Florida, Louisiana, and Texas, where flooding is common, are at a higher risk. Floodwaters can carry the bacteria, increasing the chances of infection for both humans and animals. And in states with big farming communities, like California, the Midwest, and the South, the close interaction between livestock, wildlife, and people raises the risk of outbreaks. Rodents, which are common carriers of this bacteria, can contaminate water and soil, making the situation even worse. So who's most at risk? Well, agricultural workers, farmers, ranchers, anyone who works closely with livestock, they're on the front lines. And let's not forget outdoor enthusiasts, hikers, campers, swimmers in natural water sources. You're not off the hook either, especially in areas where leptospirosis is present. Even in urban areas, if there's poor sanitation and lots of rodents, leptospirosis can show up, particularly among homeless populations or in neighborhoods where waste management is lacking. And it's not just people who are at risk, livestock and pets. Yes, pets can get hit hard too. Cows, pigs, and other farm animals can get really sick, which can lead to significant economic losses for farmers. And dogs. They're particularly vulnerable. In fact, vaccinating your pets against leptospirosis is recommended in areas where the disease is common. Speaking of economic impacts, if this disease keeps spreading, the financial consequences could be severe, both here in the US and around the world. In developing countries, where healthcare systems are often already struggling, outbreaks can really push things to the brink. The cost of medical care, loss of productivity due to illness, and the impact on livestock, especially in regions dependent on agriculture, can be devastating. And here in the US, rural communities, agricultural workers, and those in flood-prone areas could face increased healthcare costs, disruptions in food supply chains, and significant financial strain. So, why are we talking about this? Well, there was a specific study conducted in Venezuela that uncovered a new species of this bacteria called Leptospira venezuelensis. According to the CDC, understanding how diseases spread from animals to humans is crucial for preventing future outbreaks. And this study is a perfect example of why that's so important. The study took place in La Guaira, Venezuela, a place known for its beautiful landscapes but also for its challenges, like rodent infestations. These rodents played a key role in spreading the bacteria to cows and humans. And because of Venezuela's economic situation, reporting on studies like this one has been delayed, which is a big deal because timely reporting is essential for effective response. Now, let's break down what the researchers did. They selected patients based on symptoms like fever and kidney problems, classic signs of leptospirosis. Then, they went out and captured rodents and took samples from cows to pinpoint the source of the bacteria. Think of it like detectives gathering evidence at a crime scene. Every detail matters. In the lab, they used a method called PCR, or polymerase chain reaction, to identify the bacteria. If you're not familiar with PCR, think of it like a photocopier that makes many copies of a specific part of the bacteria's DNA so scientists can study it more closely. One of the most exciting findings from this study was the discovery of Leptospira venezuelensis, a new species. It's like finding a new species of animal, except this one can cause serious illness. Understanding these new species helps scientists get a better handle on the diversity of life and the potential risks they pose. The study also revealed how the bacteria spread, from rodents to cows, and then to humans. It's kind of like how the common cold spreads in crowded places. Close contact makes transmission easier. Patients in the study showed symptoms like fever and redness in the eyes, which is known as conjunctival suffusion. These symptoms are crucial for doctors to identify and treat leptospirosis effectively. So, what are the broader implications? Well, the environment and the economic situation in Venezuela played a big role in this outbreak. Areas with poor infrastructure are more vulnerable to diseases like leptospirosis because of inadequate sanitation and healthcare facilities. And this isn't just an isolated issue, it's part of a larger global health concern. Other studies have highlighted the need for better diagnostic tools and public health measures worldwide. According to experts, improving healthcare infrastructure and making rapid diagnostics more accessible could significantly reduce the impact of such diseases. Rapid diagnostic tests are crucial for controlling outbreaks, especially in places with limited resources. They allow for quick identification and treatment, which can save lives. Imagine feeling sick and getting a quick test result. That's what these tests aim to provide, helping doctors start the right treatment faster. So, what's the best way to combat leptospirosis? Well, it's going to take a multifaceted approach. First, we need to improve sanitation and waste management in vulnerable areas to reduce rodent populations, which are the primary carriers of the bacteria. Strengthening healthcare systems in tropical and flood-prone regions is also critical so that when an outbreak occurs, we can respond quickly and effectively. Public awareness is key, too. People, especially in high-risk areas, need to know about the dangers of leptospirosis and how to prevent it. And while human vaccines aren't widespread, vaccinating pets, particularly dogs, in high-risk areas is a smart move. Finally, global collaboration is a must. Governments, NGOs, and health organizations need to work together to monitor and control the spread of this disease. To wrap up, we've learned that leptospirosis is a serious disease that spreads from animals to humans, with significant global impact, especially in tropical regions. We also explored a key study from Venezuela that discovered Leptospira venezuelensis and showed us how real-world challenges can delay scientific research. But we also saw why timely reporting and response are so crucial for preventing future outbreaks. Looking ahead, we need continued surveillance to closely monitor leptospirosis cases. We should work on improving healthcare infrastructure in vulnerable regions, making rapid diagnostic tests more accessible, and raising public awareness about zoonotic diseases like leptospirosis. If you're interested in helping prevent outbreaks like this, consider supporting organizations that work to improve sanitation and healthcare in vulnerable communities. And hey, what other hidden threats do you think we should uncover next? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And before we go, if you like this kind of content, make sure to smash the like and subscribe button so we know what content to keep diving into. We hope you enjoyed the journey into zoonotic diseases today, and we want to give a shout out to a study published by the CDC, which provided invaluable insights into this important topic. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.